Welcome to my PowerPoint presentation for INFM 415 Research Methods, Project Planning Management for Health Informatics. This is my final PowerPoint presentation. So just to give you the title of this PowerPoint, it's supposed to be the impact of the extensive and professional training on the adoption of information technology, performance, and satisfaction amongst the technology users. And my main portion of this project is focusing on electronic health record systems. So the benefits of training on information technology and the super users on EHRs. As you can see here, some of the benefits would be recognize that the EHR full potential increases the documentation and coding accuracy. It also will improve efficiency and productivity of the department. It will increase the user satisfaction and overall boost the morale. Some of the benefits of this system, it kind of cuts back on the physician's burnout and also just the overall staff burnout due to the lack thereof training and the redundancy of errors. We go over next. Some of the setbacks that kind of hinder the successful implementation of electronic health record systems throughout different facilities. Some drawbacks of EHRs will be associated with the cost of the software. Some smaller facilities that are in a common area might be tasked with this hard choice in terms of using the software. This can also lead to a disruption to workflows, which in return can hinder the productivity. Goes back to some of the benefits that I talked about. And some of these smaller markets and smaller areas and the smaller units seems to have, from my research, have had trouble with affording the new electronic health record systems. And this in return also where I have found that most of the burnouts or the low productivity and the lack of efficiency come from this particular population. And these were most of the errors come into play at also. And as far as hindering the productivity, when you don't have one of these systems in place, productivity just basically means getting things done in an efficient manner and how they're supposed to be done. And without the electronic health record systems, as you will see, that we will have some of the issues of overbooking or overprescribing the wrong medication, inputting the wrong data, lack of customer care, poor patient provider relationships. And so here are some more benefits of the electronic healthcare record systems. As I did mention, most facilities that I have done research on and articles all have these in common. They talk about the improved quality of the care provided by the providers. They mention it also reduces the medical errors that the providers and staff make. It also covers the ability to share patient records across each platform, each network with different providers. So that goes back to improving the quality of care. And talks about provides less burnout for physicians and other medical staff who use the systems, improve the clinical workflow. And once again, less burnout. I think that was one of the main things that has popped up throughout the research is the burnout that physicians do have and that they do go through when there's lack of training and lack of understanding of how the use of the electronic healthcare record systems within the facilities. That way, they don't have to take their work home with them, and that contributed to the burnout that most of the articles were mentioning. Is that physicians and other medical staff, personnel, they took their work home with them. They didn't have a work-life balance, and that caused them to burn out, provide poor quality of care to the actual patients, and then the morale was completely low. Um, Also, for my final thoughts, electronic health records is a very important part of healthcare facility and as a worker slash user. This provides a better use of physicians and other medical staff time, making the workflow better and the department more efficient. On the other hand, how can this be right without the proper training and technology? The study has shown me that medical staff and other personnel will and has been getting burnt out due to the lack of understanding of the systems, also the lack of resources. With the proper training, this can be a game changer and aid in the company's overall performance. Some wish that training was provided quarterly, and others just wish the technology was updated. So, in this statement, throughout my research and during the surveys that I did conduct from my coworkers, I was fortunate enough to be a part of a super user team to roll out a new software, a new platform, and it always been the same thing. I don't understand, or our technology network needs to be updated to support the electronic health record systems, and that where the problem lied. Overall, electronic health records and the proper training and teaching super using having super users throughout your facility improves the quality of care and efficiency drastically over the period of time. So that concludes my PowerPoint. Michael Jones. Once again, INFM 415, Mercer University. I thank you guys for listening.